Hi guys, welcome back to Vietnam. Just in the central city of Hue. We're smack dab in the backpacker area. I'll just take you for a little cruise. Just go nice and cruisy so you can have a bit of a gander, mate. Bunch of tourists.
What's up, baby?
As you can see, some of them on wheels. They always look so gangly, don't they? The white people when they're on these little mopeds. But everyone needs to get around, I guess, so we can't judge. But yeah, mate, this is the backpacker area of Hue City. I didn't even know they had one the first time I was here. I thought only Saigon had that kind of get up. But yeah, it makes sense that every major city in Vietnam should have an area that's quite concentrated with these kind of services. You know, restaurants, that kind of shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of Frenchies here for some reason. I think because Hue has a French colonial past, that could be the reason.
Excuse me!
That's just a pure guess though. So there's a lot of great services at your beck and call here. Bike hire, motorbike hire, cheap accommodation. There's a ton of these cyclo drivers and taxis so you can get around the city if you don't want to like go under your own steam.
Disneyland.
You've got those transportation services, bars, bistros. I think this is like a pub. Yeah, everything that a tourist could want, including naked flames. I'll just go slowly as we bisect that Asian tour group or Asian family on holiday. Look at that, man. Disco lights. Disco Inferno. One cool thing about Vietnam is they love these city decorations. Like the city gets decorated with lights and it looks rather nice. Looks rather cool, especially at night. The cyclos are a cool way to see the city. And I'm just hypothesizing here, but I think they're not as cutthroat as in Saigon. Because in Saigon, those guys will take you for an arm and a leg if they can, and maybe even grab the torso while they're at it. But here, I've seen a lot of people use them, so I guess they can't be that bad. There's the Hotel Saigon, and this cool bridge, man. I love going over this bridge. A neat thing about Vietnam is at night, most of the bridges get lit up. As you can see, it is a rather beautiful effect. Speaking of beautiful effects, anyway, not to get too sleazy guys, we'll move on. But yeah, great bridge, awesome bridge to ride through, and fantastic bloody effects, man. Light show at night. That's one cool thing about Vietnam, all the bridges are really spectacular. Really fucking spectacular, as the French would say. One thing that's not so cool about Hue is that you got a lot of these red lights, man. Because in Saigon, you can just blow through any red light. But here, because there's a traffic cop, man. See that guy on the yellow? Traffic police. It's a fun cruise. It is always a fun place to cruise through at night, Vietnam. I don't care what city you're in, Saigon, Hanoi, Hue, Da Nang. It is always awesome to cruise through by night under the cloak of darkness. It's always interesting, you know what I mean? Because the place doesn't shut down. You know, like in the West, everything shuts down after like 5 p.m. But here, man, people are still grinding, still selling stuff on the side of the road, still working, still going out for tea, mate, going out for coffee, having fun, you know, living large, mate. Yeah, they're very industrious. See, people are still selling helmets and all kinds of shit, you know, at night. And there's a lot of these little food stores, man. It's always interesting. I don't care what street you're on in Vietnam, it is always interesting. You're never on a boring street. There is always something happening. It's fan-bloody-tastic. Fan-bloody-tastic. You don't even need to be doing anything in Vietnam to have a good time, you know? You could just chill out at a cafe, sip on some café soda, and just watch the world go by. Or at least watch the Asians go by. That's always one of my favorite pastimes, watching Asians do their thing, man, do their thing. It is rather hairy, you know, the traffic here, but honest to God, I haven't seen an accident. I have not seen a collision in my time here. So they must be doing something right. We're hanging a lefty here. Well, it's pretty hairy, these line turns, but they look scarier than they are. I haven't seen any prangs. Yeah, going through the tunnel, man, the tunnel of love. Tunnel of love. Yeah, you can let go of my hand now, guys. We're out of it. So there seems to be a bit more decorum in Hue than in Da Nang, I would say, even though they're very close geographically. But I sense a different vibe in Hue. People are a little bit more polite from what I've seen. A little more courteous, which is always good. The girls are beautiful as ever, and the dudes are industrious as ever. Old dudes are always out and about. There's a gaggle of young females, girls on bikes. Very alluring. Very damn alluring. So basically most of the time you'd just be sitting on a scooter with a boner. They have a very nice fashion sense, the girls here. Oh shit. Alright, we'll try to breeze past. And yeah, kids out and about, having fun at night, gone for a cruise, breeze in your hair. It's just a fantastic place to be. Vietnam's in that flux, you know, in that in-between period, just emerging out of poverty and hardship. People appreciate life here, you know? People really appreciate life. Hopefully you can hear me quite well because I know it's a little bit breezy, mate, but yeah. Anyways, that's about it, guys. I'm just gonna cut it short here in this kind of deserted road. This is deserted by Vietnamese standards though. So yeah, I'll just cut it short here, guys, and thanks for accompanying me for that nighttime rendezvous, nighttime cruise around the city. Yeah, hope you had fun. Hope you had a good time with me on the back of the scooter there, mate. Yeah, so I'll just drop you off here, mate. Just drop you off here, and yeah, that's Hue City. Definitely worth a visit. It is a very unique city in Vietnam. People are really friendly. Traffic's a little bit crazy, but that's par for the course. And yeah, you get to see a lot of cool sights. A lot of beautiful sights in Hue City. You can get here in an hour if you're going by plane, or if you want to save a few pennies, then you can grab a train or catch a bus. It's usually around 24 hours from Saigon. You can get a ticket from Saigon for roughly 500,000 dong, which is pretty cheap, you know, to go half a country. So you really got to check it out. Really got to check out Hue City. As Lara Bingle would say, where the bloody hell are ya? Where the bloody hell are ya? Michael Clark. Michael Clark needs to come here.